Family. Hey, what's up, you guys? Film Fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Fate of the Furious. So, Fate of the Furious stars Vin Diesel, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Michelle Rodriguez, Jason Statham, and Charlize Theron. And what this film is basically about, it's about when, Dom, he turns on his family. Yes, he turns on his beloved family, and now basically Hobbs and everyone else, they have to try and stop Dom and Charlize Theron from doing this thing that I actually want to kind of reveal, but there is a thing that they have to try and stop them from doing. So, what did I think of Fate of the Furious? Now, I've been a big fan of the Fast and Furious franchise for a long time now. I've enjoyed most of the movies, just two of them I didn't enjoy. I didn't enjoy Too Fast, Too Furious, and Tokyo Drift, but I enjoyed the first one, the fourth, fifth, sixth, and yes, I did see the seventh one very recently, and it was great. I did love that movie. So, and apologies for never getting a chance to review that. But I'll just say, I did love the seventh movie. It was great. So yeah, now back to this one. So I went into some good expectations with Fate of the Furious. I thought it just could have been, a fun, enjoyable time. And that's exactly what it is. Just a fun, enjoyable time of a movie. That's really all this movie is. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's just a fun, enjoyable time. That's all it really is. It's just a fun, enjoyable, fun ride with the crew again. So, yeah, let's get into my positives with the film. And my positives are the acting. The acting was actually really good in this movie. You got Vin Diesel as the legendary Dominic Toretto. And he was great. I loved him in the movie. He did a really great job in my eyes. He was very great in this movie. I really enjoyed him. He just does a really good job. It's Vin Diesel being Vin Diesel and all of its gloriness. So, yeah, he was great. But I did a really good job in the movie. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Hobbs, who's like my favorite character, I think, in this entire franchise. Seriously, The Rock knows how to bring charisma like no other. He really does, and he really shows that in this movie, and he does such a great job. I absolutely loved him in the movie. He was very great in my eyes, and he did a really great job too. Michelle Rodriguez was really good as well. I enjoyed her. Jason Statham was great. I loved him in this movie. Honestly, I think this is the best character Jason Statham has ever done. Seriously, he is awesome. He just does such a great job as this character, and he is just great. I loved him in this movie. Charlize Theron, who, I guess you could say is the villain of this one, because she really is. Her and Dom were really like the villains of this movie. And she was great. I thought she was a great addition to the cast. She really brought her all in this movie, and I loved her in the film. I think she did a very great job in my eyes in the film, and she was really great. Everyone else in the movie was really good too. I loved my boy Tyrese Gibson. He's just awesome. Tyrese Gibson as Roman Pierce is incredible. Luda, he's great. I loved him in this movie as I do in all the others. The girl from Game of Thrones, I forgot her name, but she was really good too. I enjoyed her in this movie. I enjoyed her in the seventh film, and I enjoyed her in this one as well. So yeah, Kurt Russell was really good too, and Scott Eastwood, for the most part, I enjoyed him. I thought he did, for the most part, I enjoyed him as well. So yeah, the acting's really good in the movie. The action sequences are over the top as hell, but you want to know something, it's glorious as all heck. It really is, but I loved it. They were so great. I really enjoyed a lot of the action scenes in this movie. They were really great, and just especially one that happens in New York. My goodness almighty, what happens in that scene is quite something. It is quite something, folks. It really is. So yeah, the action sequences were very enjoyable. I really enjoyed the scenes in this movie. Um, I thought the whole the chemistry between the entire team is still really great. I still really love the back and forth between all the team members. It's great. You really do think these this team really does have chemistry, and it really does show in this movie. And also, I thought Dom did a great job of playing the villain, in this one. Now, I'm not gonna spoil it, but once you find out the reason why he's doing this, you're like, oh, yeah, I understand completely. Like, you get why he's doing this once you find out that certain reason why he's doing this, and you're like, oh, yeah, now I know why you put yourself in this situation. And, yeah. And he did a really good job playing the villain, and so was Charlize Theron. I thought she was a great villain, too. They were, honestly, want to know something? Dominic Toretto is probably the best villain of this entire franchise. Like, seriously, he probably really is, and he does a really great job with that, so yeah. Writing's pretty solid, honestly, for the most part. Pretty solid writing. The directing was great, too. It's directed by F. Gary Gray. He did a great job directing this movie. Very well shot, very well directed. Cinematography was really good. Of course, with the action scenes, it was very well filmed. F. Gary Gray did a fantastic job directing this movie. And, yeah, I'm glad that he got to direct this one because, he did such a fantastic job with Straight Outta Compton. And he shows that, he can film an action movie as well. So, yeah, he did a great job filming this movie. I absolutely loved his directing with this film. So yeah, absolutely great directing. And plus, this movie's pacing is really good too. This movie's 2 hours and like 6 minutes, and it flies by. Like really, this movie flies by, and like in no rushing or no like slow pacing. Like this movie moves at a nice natural pace, and I was invested in the entire film. So yeah. Now the only negatives I do have with Fate of the Furious are that Scott Eastwood's character, like, at first, I was really annoyed by him. I was just like, dude, get off of the screen. Like, I was so annoyed by him at first. But once his character started settling in with the team and stuff, I actually started to enjoy his character a little bit more. And I was like, okay, now I like you now. You're actually cool now. But at first, I thought he was just annoying as all heck. And I was just like, get off of the screen. Rock, please, beat the holy heck out of him, please. I found it to be really annoying at first, but I will admit, once the movie went along, he started growing on me a little bit more. So, yeah. There are some times where the writing isn't really that great. I know that's not what this series is about, but it's something I have to criticize, but sometimes there are some points where the writing is like, but it's just some points in the movie, and there are some moments where I do think the movie gets a little tad bit ridiculous. There are some points in the movie where I was just like, okay, we're taking this step a bit too far, but, yeah, but really that's the only things I have to really say that are bad about this movie. Everything else is really great with this film. I really enjoyed Fate of the Furious. So it's time for my official grade on Fate of the Furious. So my official grade on Fate of the Furious is a B+. It's a very enjoyable movie. Had tons of fun with this movie. It's a very it's a movie you can just sit down and just have fun with, Don't take it too seriously. It's just a fun, enjoyable popcorn movie with some fast cars and family as usual. So yeah, Fate of the Furious, very enjoyable, definitely deserves a B+. So what did you guys think of Fate of the Furious? Leave in the comment section below. I'm FilmFan0599, and we'll see you out later. Peace.